I have 3.5 kilo of pork leg roast, and before I start cooking, a couple of hours before dinner time. We've got guests coming over, so okay, so now I've got 3 pieces of the 3.5 kilo. My pot is now hot, so I'll put some oil, just enough to saute our garlic, and then we'll put the garlic in. My pepper and my cayenne pepper. And my star anise. And then I'll put my soy sauce, the sugar. Beautiful. And we'll add the Lovage, but this is optional. I'm gonna put the pork in. I'm just coating it. I've got the heat now on medium, and then I'm just gonna coat that, turning it over. So now, I'm going to increase the heat to high. I just want all the flavors to get through the meat without marinating it, because normally I would marinate this overnight. But I don't have time to marinate. So this is the best way I found of cooking this without marinating. So I've turned it over now. So now I'm gonna put my Chinese cooking wine. And then I'll put my vinegar, but I don't want to pour my vinegar all over my meat, so I'm just gonna pour it on the side there. And we'll leave it to boil and cover it. It is now boiling, but don't stir it. When you're cooking vinegar, you add it on to what you're cooking with and you stir it, it will give you a raw taste. So what I like to do is leave it for about 5 minutes, giving time for the vinegar to cook. My timer has gone off. Now I can stir my pork. So I'm just gonna turn this over. And I'm gonna cover it. So I have been turning my meat over every half an hour, and it has been about an hour and a half. So I'll check if the meat's tender, and it is just so tender that it's ready. Look at that, it's falling apart. So now I'm, so yummy. So now I'm just gonna let that cook a bit more until the stock is reduced. So I've turned my heat up to high. So I'll put the lid on and leave it for another half an hour. Now my stock is getting reduced, so that is getting really thick. And look at the fat. It's just so tender. That's that one. It was just falling apart. And so now I'm going to turn this off, and there's just a bit of meat that's fallen off, and I'll put it there. And with my sauce, I'm just going to strain this and put it in a pan, a small pan. And I'm going to try my sauce. Beautiful. But as you can see, it's still running, so I'm going to reduce this in half again. I will just continue to stir this until I've reduced it to half. Now my sauce is thick enough, so now I can turn it off. And for my pork, I just take the skin out and the fat. For those who doesn't like eating fat, so you can either slice this or just pull it apart. So this one, I'll pull it apart. Look at that. Just falls apart. Really tender, look at that. It's all really like, And now my humba, or my version of pulled pork, is ready to serve.